Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to learn about the customs regulations in Indonesia. Let's get started. You can see in here the hierarchy of custom regulation in Indonesia, starting from custom law, government regulation, Minister of Finance regulation, Director General of Custom and Excise regulation, and circular. The Indonesian customs regulatory framework is structured in a hierarchical system to ensure clarity and consistency in the implementation of customs laws. At the top level, the custom law provides the fundamental legal foundation for all customs activities, while its derivatives, government regulation, Minister of Finance regulation, Director General of Customs and Excise regulation, and circular over increasingly detailed guidance. This layer structure allows the government to translate broad legal principles into practical and technical rules, ensuring that import, export, and other customs procedures are effectively regulated and uniformly applied across Indonesia. And what the function of this hierarchy? The purpose of the image is to illustrate the hierarchy of customs regulations in Indonesia in a clear and simple way. Okay, and more specific, the purpose of this hierarchy to show the legal structure from the highest level custom law down to technical guidelines or circulars. To explain the regulatory flow, each regulation derives from the one above it, ensuring continuity and consistency. To simplify understanding, especially for businesses, academics, and customs practitioners who need to know which rules to refer to. To, to differentiate to differentiate regulatory levels, which ones provide basic principles, which ones are technical, and which ones serve as clarification. And the last one, to support legal certainty. By understanding the structure, users can see that all customs activities follow a valid and layered legal framework. Okay, and the key of the purpose of hierarchy to provide a visual overview of the Indonesian custom regulatory framework, making it easier to understand and apply. Okay, next I want to give you the example of the every age stage. Custom law example, law number 17 of 2006, amending law number of 10 of 1995 on customs. Reason, okay, before this law number 17 of 2006, it is from law number 10 of 1995. Reason why any amending of this law reason serves as the main legal framework for all custom activities, defines basic principles such as custom territory, right and obligation of importer and or exporters, authority of custom officer, and penalties for violations. Okay, custom law and the example like this. Next, government regulation. Example, government regulation number 10 of 2012 on customs, taxations and excise treatment in free trade and free port zones. This government regulation provides more detailed rule derived from the law from above, focuses on specific area, indicates how custom treatment applies to free trade zones. Next, Minister of Finance regulations. Example number 34 PMK 04 2021 on customs procedures for importation establishes technical procedure for import activities needed so importers and customs officers have a clear operational guide. Director General of Customs and Excise Regulation. Example, regulation of DGCE number 11/PC/2020 on procedures for submitting customs declaration through the CEISA system. Reason regulates very technical aspects such as the exact format of documents, use of IT system and step-by-step customs declaration processes. Next, circular. Example, the GCA circular letter in 2022 on clarification of import duty calculation for e-commerce shipments. Provide classification or additional guidance on how to interpret and implement existing regulations. Ensure consistency in practice between customs offices across Indonesia. Okay, and I will give you the summary of this hierarchy. Law or custom law for general principle, foundation, and government regulation to broader implementation rules, Minister of Finance regulation for technical customs procedure, DGCE or Director General of Customs and Excise regulation for detailed operational steps, and the last one, circular for clarification for day-to-day application. Okay, I hope you understand of this level hierarchy custom regulation in Indonesia, starting from custom law until circular custom law about the main legal foundation for customs, government regulation for secondary rules derived from the law providing more detailed provisions, and Minister of Finance regulation for technical custom procedures such as import, export, and bonded zones, Director General of Customs and Excise regulation for operational rules such as document formats and the CEISA system, circular for clarification or additional guidance for daily implementation. If you have any question about the custom regulation in Indonesia, you can comment on below in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video to your friends. See you next time and goodbye.